the world, sports, politics, and more with John Brown and Nick Durst, live on the UCY.TV network.
Yes. What's up, everybody listening on their radios? This is Sports, Politics, and More here on UCY.TV. I am your host of this wonderful program, Andrew Pollack, coming to you live tonight, as always, from my studio here in New York City, joined, as always, by the wonderful Frank Tadero. Frank, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. What's so wonderful about me?
Well, because they're trying to get the listeners to, to tune in. It's a good idea.
Yeah, I know. I don't feel so wonderful right now. But Andrew, you're back from vacation. How was it?
I enjoyed my vacation. The only negative was that it was 90 degrees every day.
Really? Where did you go again?
I'm going to give an idea for some people, so that way they'll figure it out on themselves.
Where did you go? Get to the point. Where did you go? What did you do?
So a couple weeks ago, I was telling everybody that I was looking up the gas prices in Delaware because that's where I went.
I see. Yeah.
Okay.
So you went to Delaware. Where did you go in Delaware? What did you do in Delaware?
Well, to make most of my trip valuable, I went to Rehoboth Beach.
Okay. And what did you do? You drove there?
Obviously.
Okay. And you went there by yourself or with the parents?
Parents, of course. I'm not going by myself.
Oh, so
that'd be awkward.
Oh, so you drove down there?
Yeah.
How long did it take you to drive down there? Well,
there's a lot of traffic, so it's...
I know. I'm saying, how long did it take? When did you leave? At night or in the morning?
Middle of the afternoon.
You left it. Oh, that's the worst.
Hang on, Frank.
What am I hanging on for? Andrew still doesn't learn that while he's on the air, he can't. There's no hanging on. Oh, nothing changes. So Andrew went to his vacation. Hopefully we got a good show for you tonight.
Sorry about that.
Andrew, you can't leave. You can't leave during the air.
That's what I keep telling my parents. The on-air sign is on. It stays on, and I'm on the air.
Where are they? Where's your parents right now?
They're right here, and they realize the on-air sign is right there.
You have an on-air sign?
Yes.
What is it? What's that? A piece of paper that says on air?
Basically, I have no choice.
Next week, I want to speak to your mom and dad. I want your mom and dad to come on the air. I want to talk to them.
I've already talked to them about it.
I want to talk to them on the air.
About what?
About you. I want to talk to them next week. I want to see. I want to know more about Andrew. But anyway, get back. So you left in the afternoon. That's the worst. That's when all the traffic is.
Well, with a lot to do during the day, things happen for the wrong reasons. I'm just happy I got down there. And,
all right. So how long did it take you to drive? You drove from New York City, Queens to Delaware. How long did it take you to get there?
In total, it took about, I think, 6 or 7 hours because I made a pit stop to get dinner.
Oh, all right, yeah.
What happened was the traffic was very bad, and I couldn't take being hungry and then worrying about nothing's going to be open down there. So
yeah, and of course it's a nightmare to just get out of the city. That's the probably took 45 minutes just to get out of the city.
So me and my parents figured we're in the diner state. We'll just go to a diner and then end the story, go nonstop to Delaware.
All right. So first of all, it's at 8:10. Hopefully, we have a guest coming on, Nick, former Spam host Nick Durst. He has this major announcement, or I don't know what he has in store.
Well, Frank, can I tell you my favorite part of the trip?
I will. Hold on. I'm telling people the.
Oh, okay. I'm just eager to tell everyone.
And at 8:30, we'll have the news again. So go ahead. So I want to. When you're driving, it's just you and your parents.
Yes.
Who's driving? Your father?
Yes.
And you're in the back seat?
Yes.
And what do you do? What are you doing? They're playing the radio?
Yes.
And what are you doing?
I'm on my phone.
You're on you have your face buried on your phone, and what there's no conversation. What's going on? What do you listen to on the radio? What do they listen to on the radio?
Classic R&B.
Classic R&B. Does your father get road rage, or is he a cool and calm driver?
Well, we don't like tailgaters. That's all I'm going to say.
Does he flip people off?
He's not like that. Like behind the wheel, he's not. No.
Get off! Get it out of the way!
Not behind the wheel, no, because he's been driving for a very long time.
I bet.
He's he's a news junkie like me, so he's seen all these road rage stuff lately.
Right. So all right, so
I actually thank my mom and dad for making me a news junkie.
I hear you. That's how we're here. You're listening to the radio on the call. So you're driving and you make a pit stop. Where'd you make a pit stop to?
This diner off Route 46 called Park West. It was really good. I liked it.
Really?
Yeah.
So where was this? Where was this diner?
Oh, okay, so to give an idea for people who know North Jersey, it's by Route 3 and the Garden State Parkway.
Oh, so it's in Jersey. Okay, so you're not really, you're still pretty much in the New York area, right?
Pretty much, because I was really hungry and I knew the Garden State Parkway, and I know my exits very well.
Right. So that's why I've always whenever I made that trip going outside New York, as soon as you get outside of Jersey, like more down past like as soon as you get like to Pennsylvania and stuff like that, it's obvious you're not in New York City anymore, and everybody starts looking at you. I mean, I always felt like this. Everybody, like if you go into a place to eat, everybody starts looking at you like you're from New York. They give you that look like there's a stranger in town, you know. I've always felt like that, and I remember I made a trip down to Maryland a while back, and it's crazy. You go down there, like you go to the McDonald's, the people working behind the register. It's like normal people. It's like a regular restaurant. It's a totally different world from New York City fast food service. So what'd you do down there? Very quickly, what'd you do?
Well, I was going to talk about my favorite parts before we all got crazy here, but
who got crazy?
Basically, I'm going to admit my favorite part.
Yeah.
Frank, you're coming in buggy.
You're coming in buggy with your Wi-Fi. I have.
Hang on, Please tell me my phone's not on the Wi-Fi, because that's what happens when too many devices are on my network.
This is why
I did turn it off.
I had during the last 2 weeks I've had people chastise you constantly. I have to defend you. You make me look bad now. Come on, Andrew. This is week 12. You got to get.
Oh, let me figure out what's wrong.
We'll figure out. And I'm the one who was unprepared this week. I'll tell the audience. I woke up late, very late. I woke up woke
think
up.
it was Microsoft Word.
I woke up 40 minutes before the show because I had to do something today with my school about my loan. I didn't get to sleep until about 2:00 in the afternoon, and I completely passed out today. And I woke up in a fog. I was frustrated, and I'm more prepared than Andrew. Unbelievable. Anyway, at 8:10.
Oh, all right.
We have
I'm going to admit my favorite part of the trip was the pool. There was nobody in it at all, and that was the best part of it.
Really? And what'd you do with the pool? You just sat there?
Yes.
Do you stay with?
No, we actually. I was with my parents, and we played volleyball.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we played volleyball.
Oh, volleyball.
Great. In the pool, it was awesome. We had the ball with us, and nobody was there, so we figured we'll play, and it was a lot of fun.
So you actually stood with your parents? You didn't like go make your own way? Huh? Andrew.
Well, I was with my parents the whole trip.
Why? You don't go and try to break away from them and do your own thing?
Well, in the mall, I did.
What'd you do at the mall? Did you try and like talk to people?
Oh, there was a sports store, and I like that.
Oh, you went on vacation to go to a sports store?
No. I went. The majority of the trip was in Rehoboth Beach.
All right. So what's so special about this? This sounds like a very boring.
Oh, because I like to lay back and relax. You know, I mean, I don't like dealing with the stress of New York that much.
Anyway, I think Nick's trying to call. Nick's trying to call in. I think I don't know what's going on.
I think that's why my Wi-Fi's acting up. That could be it.
No, your Wi-Fi acts up every time you talk.
Well, that's very odd. I had Microsoft Office open.
Really?
Because that's where I wanted to be offline. All right. We're gonna get the special person on the line right now. Let's add him. I'm gonna make sure he gets on before he goes irate.
I don't know what he's been messaging me that he messaged me last night that he had a special announcement, a major announcement. I don't know what he's talking about.
Well, I'm adding him.
Yeah. It's
I am adding him.
Hello, Nick. Are you there? I heard him. Oh boy, it's still we're still like
that's very odd. You guys are coming in buggy again.
There's a lot of echo. I don't know what he's been messaging me that he messaged me last night that he had a special announcement. I don't know what he's talking about. Mute the damn UCY TV. There's a feedback. Oh my God.
Jeez.
You got to mute the use. You can't listen to the. Don't you? Haven't you listened to the radio all your life when the callers call in and they're playing the station in the back because they want to listen to themselves and they always get yelled at by the hosts. Andrew. Oh my God! I'm gonna have a nervous breakdown.
Well, I put my mic on mute. Just because I was afraid that the special caller was trying to get online with us.
Not your mic. I'm talking
causing echo on my.
I'm talking
Hello, am I on the air?
Yeah, Nick, are you there?
Oh, it's good to see Andrew. Did not use Wi-Fi after.
Andrew is back in form. He didn't miss a beat.
Oh my gosh!
I don't know. Did you? I don't know if you listen to. Did you hear the conversation about his vacation? He's going to he went to Delaware.
Listen, I want to know all about that 3-person volleyball game without a net.
And he's going to what kind of vacation is this? He just went to. He's going to sports stores. I don't know. So Nick Thirst, he's the former host of Spam with.
Listen, before I got my big announcement, it's time for the 10 out of 10. And in honor of Andrew returning, I have 10 random Andrews.
Oh, you got very quickly.
Number 1, Andrew Jackson. He was the president of the United States. Number 2, Andrew Luck, quarterback on the Colts. Number 3,
that's my guy right there.
Spider-Man. Number 4, Andy Dick, actor, comedian. Number 5, Andy Dalton, quarterback, Cincinnati Bengals. Number 6, Andy Samberg, actor. Number 7, Andrew McCutcheon, center fielder on the Pittsburgh Pirates. Number 8, Andy Murray, tennis star. Number 9, Andrew Bogut, basketball player. And number 10, Andrew Cuomo, the governor of New York, who does not have a grasp on what's going on with the MTA.
Nick, you forgot to mention, if anybody watches MeTV, Andy Griffith, yes.
Andy Pettit.
Andy Griffith.
Andy Cohen.
Anyway, all right. So
I'm sorry. Nick has already made me think of the Andy Griffith whistle right now.
What's this big reveal? You told me last night you got this major announcement. What's going on?
Everyone needs to listen up. So obviously the show, I don't know why it's still called Spam with John Brown and Nick Durst, not the show. Obviously, it's technical difficulties with Frank Tadaro and AJ Pollock.
But I like Spam. I like that. It's a catchy title.
All right, well, I came up with it, so it definitely is catchy. But
if you ever sue us for copyright, I'll just rename it SPAN, SPAN, Sports, Politics, and News. All right.
But here, so I don't know, Andrew. I don't know if you knew this. Frank didn't know this either. But I made you guys a new intro song. Would you like to hear it?
Go ahead.
Go on ahead.
You ready, Andrea?
Yeah, go on ahead.
All right, here we go. I'll play about a minute first, so you comment, and I'll play the rest.
Oh, no!
Here comes the artist, the phenomenal one, AJ Pollock.
I usually know that shit don't feel right. It made me put away my pride. So long, you made me wait for so long. You made it horrible like that, but no wrong.
So that's the beginning. What do you think? Pretty catchy, right, guys?
That's not what our song.
Andrew, that's you. You did that. You remixed Redbone from Childish Gambino.
Everybody was doing it online, and Hunter the Screaming Guy did it too.
Oh my! Listen, it sounds good, but it's not the worst. It's not the worst. But I know if we were just to play the audios, it wouldn't be as good. It's the music that saves you. Let me ask you a question. What made you just do that? Like you just did that out of the blue? Like,
yeah, I really wanted to make a comedy video.
A comedy video. It sounds like somebody got high and drunk at 3 a.m. and started singing.
You mean like somebody on the subway?
No, yes, yeah, exactly. Like when you run into somebody that at Saturday morning and they're feeling good and they start singing with their headphones on.
Believe me, I've seen people go crazy and sing on the subway. I've seen that.
I don't know why. It's catchy. Nick, could you play a little bit more of that?
A little more. This is my favorite part of the song. Listen to how it hits this high note.
Play the hook.
Play the high note, please.
Oh my God! Hey, I'm not gonna survive.
Stay woke.
Some other big announcement, which is starting next week on this show, new segment, Andy Sings.
Oh my God! Now listen, I want to tell the audience. See, the last 2 weeks, Nick, I don't know if you've been listening. Andrew is now the biggest heel on UCY. I've had so many people that chastise him. I made my friend listen to the show. He calls me. He texts me back within 1 minute. And he goes, "I hate your co-host already." I said, "Why?" He says he's annoying. His voice. But does everybody see the comedic value of Andrew? Why he's so great? Oh my God. Andrew,
I never expected that to happen tonight.
Listen, I'm gonna one of these days. I'm just gonna go out to Best Buy and buy you a router, a powerful router that could transmit to Mars, and I'm gonna buy you a headset so that way you could get your Wi-Fi in order. Because if you do that, you're gold, man.
What about a Wi-Fi booster?
Yeah, I'm gonna buy you a router. Just told you I'm gonna buy you a router that can transmit to Mars. So that way there'll be no problem. Nick, do you have the original? Do you have the original version?
I don't know if I can play the original for copyright reasons, right?
No, you can. It's they use fair use notice. I'm sure you could play it. It's not gonna.
Yeah, I'm sure we're not going to get copyrighted.
No. They have a disclaimer. It's under fair use, the Fair Use Act. So you could play it for a little bit. We're not playing it for money. We're playing it just for news.
When I first heard this, what was wrong with Donald Glover? Hold on, just say. Just listen.
Listen, you hear that? It's a very catchy song, obviously. But honestly, I just think that Childish Gambino, what's his name, Danny Glover, he just has the benefits of professional.
You mean Donald Glover? That's his real name.
I'm talking about his father. I'm sorry. He just has the benefits of recording the song in a professional studio. You don't. So I wonder. I wonder if we got you into the studio and you recorded the lyrics. I wonder how much different you'd sound than him.
Listen, and Andrew's got another song coming out soon. It's called "Mr. Loda Has a Plan." I'll play a little bit in the beginning hook. It's a pretty catchy tune.
Oh no!
I think it's gonna be a hit.
Oh my God! Oh no! This is what Andrew was doing on vacation.
I just got back on Thursday last week.
Good. I can't hear.
Yeah, I can't hear.
Oh,
Nick.
More technical difficulties.
Andrew, I gotta ask you something. Obviously, we know you do YouTube videos, and would you say with ESPN announcing the 30 for 30 today, Ric Flair, that you're the modern day Ric Flair when it comes to YouTubers?
Oh, this guy, he's unstoppable. I see him on my feed more than anybody.
Well, I would like to say this right now. If I was in Grimm's Toys Show Wrestling, I could probably be the YouTube Wrestling Figures Heavyweight Champion by now.
And let me tell you, I have a YouTube channel too. Andrew's got 5 times, almost 4 times the number of subscribers as me. How do you figure this? But see, that's it. I'm telling you, that's why I tell the audience. See, one thing I do know, I know talent. That's why I'm a big fan of Andrew. This guy's ratings.
What I'm trying to say here is that now our new focus of the new show format is trying to focus on a national platform. I was talking to Frank about this the other day. The bottom line is that we are here to give a national perspective on the stories that impact our audience. So
Right.
we're trying to focus less on New York stories at this point because it wouldn't be fair to our audience.
And by the way, are you going to be ready for? Are you ready for the news? Are you going to be ready to read the news at 8:30?
I have the Microsoft Office document.
Okay.
I have it.
So Nick, are you still there?
Yes, I am.
All right, we got to do the news in 5 minutes. So what do you want to talk about? You want to get a little wrestling in? That's fine. What do you want to talk about?
Yeah, I just wanted to know if you're ready to walk with Elias Sampson.
Oh, you mean the wrestler?
Oh, not that.
He's all right. So I'll explain to the audience. He's a new wrestler who gets into the ring, and he's a drifter. He walks around with his guitar, and now his gimmick, his act is he gets into the ring. They turn the lights, and he sings just as awful as Andrew. And he has the same effect as Andrew. Yeah, I like him. I like him. The guy. I like him. He's a old school heel. I like him.
Yeah, I like what he was saying. But the other thing I wanted to talk about was ESPN announced saying November Ric Flair 30 for 30 is coming out.
Really? Okay. ESPN, the doctor check. Those are pretty good. I thought they already did one of Ric Flair, but no, right? They
announced it a while ago, but today they just confirmed the date.
Well, yeah. Well, listen, Ric Flair. I mean, even if people don't like wrestling now, everybody knows Ric Flair. Ric Flair is a household name. And the guy's been wrestling since the late 70s. He's got an incredible life story. He almost died in a plane crash back in the late 70s.
And I've openly said I want to date his daughter.
Maybe she doesn't want to date.
So Andrew, woo!
What you like his daughter? You got the hots for his daughter?
Of course, I love Charlotte.
I don't know. She's very very big.
Well,
very
listen,
big.
Frank, Andrew told me a few months ago how he'd have to lie to his parents that Charlotte was only like 27 because they think it's too much of an age gap, right, Andrew?
Well,
I would say she'd have to be 26.
Listen, I think if you put Charlotte home, I think your parents would be okay with it. Or maybe they wouldn't like it because you would have to travel with her on the road. They wouldn't like that lifestyle.
Imagine Andrew on the road with the WWE superstars. But one more thing I wanted to say before I let you guys do the news is we know Andrew thinks he's going to replace Mike Francesa. I don't know how he's going to do that if he has to stop the show at 5 o'clock to eat dinner or something.
For the audience, Mike Francesa, he's had a sports talk radio show in New York City now for 20 years, and the show's been number one on in New York City in the afternoon from 1 to 6 for the last 20 years. And this 25 years, 30 years, right? I'm sorry. And Andrew, I don't know, he's got these delusions that he's going to audition.
So I had the 30 for 30 on him and the Mad Dog the other day. But we were talking Andrew's YouTube channel. So let me play for you a nice 44-second call of Andrew with Mike Francesa from November 6th.
Oh, wow.
15.
Andrew in Fresh Meadows. What's up, Andrew? How you doing this afternoon? Good. What's happening?
Let's hear fist hangs up.
Number one, is Reggie Miller going to be back in your program anytime soon?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Number two, we have 3 undefeated college football teams heading into this weekend. We got LSU,
You have more than that.
Clemson, and we
You
got
have a lot more than that.
Oh, okay. Here's my question.
Well, the first statement was a bad one, but we have a lot more than 3 undefeated teams.
All right. My question is, why isn't Clemson in the top 4? I'm going to hang up and listen.
I guess you haven't been paying attention. They're first. So your first statement was bad. Your second statement was just plain stupid.
So we can look forward to more of that when we got Andrew in the midday.
Andrew, you got buried, man. Oh, what happened?
What happened was my mind wasn't straight that day.
But listen, if you're calling it...
What really happened, I was in my basement and I was getting really hot and Mike had me on hold for a long time.
Listen, you call into a number one show for the last 25 years and you don't get prepared. How could you...
what do you think? You're doing your own show? You can't be prepared or something? Come on.
Oh, my God. Anyway, all right, so, Nick, it's 8:30. we're gonna do news. You don't want to stick around for the news?
I'm gonna take off so I can listen. But
okay.
really enjoyed coming on, and looking forward to Andy Sings next week.
Nick, you want to tell anybody where they could find you?
Yeah, you can find me at Nick_Durst on Twitter, or check me out on EliteSportsNewYork.com. Got 2 podcasts, the Mets Cast, and Actually You're Wrong. And of course, you got to check out Frank's great work there too, writing Roman Reigns and Knicks and Mets articles.
Yes, thank you, Nick. That was great. Oh man, Andrew, you're comedic gold, man. I that song. Every time I hear that song, I get earworm. That's when you can't get the song out of your head.
Well, I've gotten that song out of my head recently. I will admit that.
I know. All right. That's very good. That's going to get played every week now.
Before I read the news, I want to quickly honorably mention that we had a unfortunate celebrity death last week, yes, I was going to talk about that before we go to the main headlines.
Go ahead, go.
Last Thursday, we lost an amazing musician, and certainly I personally can relate to the music because I grew up with it. Last Thursday, Linkin Park lead singer Justin Benningfield committed suicide at the young age of...
Chester.
I said Jester, didn't I?
You said Jester.
My bad. Yeah, but Justin Benningfield committed suicide last week. He was not even 40 years old, and
he's 41. 41.
He was 41. Okay, that's just. I'm wondering now, just quickly before I read the news. I don't know what's going to happen to Linkin Park, but I know
what's going to happen next year or 2 years. They'll find a new singer and they'll go back and record. Listen, that's the music industry. The music industry's been like that since the 60s.
Yeah, but Nirvana broke up.
Yeah, but Nirvana was different. Listen, since the 60s, I don't know. The music industry is very tough. For some reason, a lot of these musicians are on drugs. They're using heavy drugs. So oftentimes heroin. Almost all these musicians use heroin and definitely alcohol. I don't know why, to get creative. And they all wind up dead. Did I like Linkin Park? Yes. To me, Linkin Park is still a new band. They came out in 99, 2000. Don't cry for them. Listen.
I'm not crying for them. I'm just shocked.
People get sad. Oh my God! Listen, these musicians, they're people. They're people with big problems. That's why I always tell people, stop worshiping celebrities. Just because they have a talent doesn't mean anything. You have a talent, Andrew. Nobody's worshiping you. Anyway, all right.
We're really limited on time. We really have to read the news.
No, yeah, it's okay. But why? What are you so sad about? Would you cry? Are you shocked? Why are you shocked? Why are you sad? Because you grew up listening to Linkin Park?
Well, I'm not sad.
You just interrupted the news to make a breaking announcement.
Oh, okay.
A posthumous announcement.
Look, we have to really read the news. We're very limited on showtime.
Yeah. Well, okay. All right. Go ahead, Andrew. Andy reads the news. Go ahead.
All right. This Andy Reads the News segment is sponsored by the TuneIn app. Tune in with multiple stations across the country and around the world and featuring our station, UCY.TV. President Trump announced today that the United States will no longer accept or allow transgender people in the United States military, saying American forces must be focused on decisive and overwhelming victory and could not look forward to accommodate them.
Yeah. Now listen, hold on. I saw this morning on Twitter. Of course, all the backlash was expected. Listen, when you join the military, especially the United States, any organized military work assault, the military can't make exceptions for individuals. The military is uniform. That's why everybody wears the same uniform. Everybody wears the same boots. Everybody's issued the same tools and rations. The military can't make exceptions for individuals under no circumstances. That's why it's called serving the military. You serve the military. You voluntarily, now most of the time, voluntarily join the military to serve, and you lose privileges. Go ahead.
Mr. Trump made the surprise declaration in a series of posts on Twitter today, saying that he had come to the decision after talking to generals and military experts.
Right. I'm sure
he did not name.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, because he doesn't want to get them. He's taking the heat for this decision. But he doesn't just come up with these decisions overnight. I'm sure there's a lot of people, generals and people who run in the army. They can't have this. They can't have special exceptions and different bathrooms. It's not because they're homophobic or whatever. It's just because they can't make special exceptions. It's the same thing for. I think it was early in the year. A Muslim soldier. He wanted to wear his head garb. No, you can't do that. It's not the military. It's just the military. Go ahead.
The sweeping policy decision was met with surprise at the Pentagon, outrage from advocacy groups and praise from social conservatives.
Of course, now Trump is about now. You could hear the death squads going around every city. He's going to round up all the transgenders and put them in concentration camps.
Yes. Hey, Frank.
What?
You know what's going on outside of my studio right now? Someone's honking a loud horn. I don't know what that is about.
I can't hear. Read the news.
Yes, let me get back to the news because, again, we're very short on airtime. It reserves the gradual transformation of the military under President Barack Obama, whose administration announced last year that transgender people could serve openly in the military.
All right. So Obama. That was his. That was his claim to fame and his legacy. He was very, very accommodating of the LGBTQ.
He was a social liberal.
Yeah. But listen. The administrations change. Every administration changes. That's why we vote. Is it going to last forever? No. Maybe in 4 years, 8 years, they'll return. So just everybody calm down. And what are these? What are the transgenders people worry about? Now you don't have to go to war if or you don't have to see combat. You can stay home. But you know what the underlying reason is? Maybe I don't know. I'm not an expert. A lot of these transgender people. They joined the military so that the government could pay for their reassignment surgery.
Well, I can't go into the military because I actually found out recently I have a bad back.
Yeah, well, it's very tough. It's very tough to get to the military. They don't just take anybody off the street. Good.
I mean, I do not want to go in because, again, too much stress. Mr. Obama's Defense Secretary, Ashton B. Carter, also opened all combat roles to women and appointed the first openly gay Army Secretary.
Oh, wonderful! I'm sure the enemy behind the enemy lines is gonna give a nod to that and say, "Hey, these guys are all inclusive." No, you're fighting in combat. Nobody cares. The enemy is shooting at the uniform. They don't care who you are. Oh.
Well, remember this. The North Koreans could possibly launch an attack on us, and we have to be ready to go to war.
North Korea can't do anything. I told you a month ago, those people are eating water bugs and grasshoppers. You know how we could beat? You know how easy we could beat North Korea if we went to war with them? All we would have to do is fly over them and drop 100,000 Big Macs and millions of Big Macs and Whoppers. We beat them in 8 hours. They'd surrender. That's it. All you got to do is just drop from a plane. Instead of dropping bombs, you just drop a whole. You just bombard the country with Big Macs and Whoppers, and the people give up. There's people eating water bugs.
The shift was announced with such haste that the White House could not answer basic inquiries about how it would be implemented. Chief among those questions, which would be happen to the thousands of openly transgender people currently serving on active duty. Quickly mentioning today that the Pentagon openly said that if you want to ask any questions, you go to the White House press secretary, Sarah Huckabee Sanders. Today, Ms. Sanders was talking crazy stuff. That's all I'm going to say about Mr. Trump's decision.
What was she saying?
I could not understand her because the press conference was very brief today. Actually, only 20 minutes she spoke.
Yeah, this is going to be the big story now for the next week. How Trump is homophobic, and Mike Pence is going to start his conversion therapy again. Just give it a break. Give it a break. And how many people did you just say? There's 1,000 people in the 1,000 transgender people in the military.
Yes, there is.
Out of all, how many people probably serve in the military? 500,000, 1 million people, maybe worldwide. Come on, it's a small number. That's 1% of 1%. And I had to hear on Twitter today, "Oh, Trump just made the military that much weaker." Oh, no, he didn't. Come on, give me a break. And plus, I'm sure if the people who are serving now, the transgender people serving now, I'm sure they could move them into office work. All right. You got another story, Andrew?
Yes, we're going to move on because we had enough discussion about this crazy story that's been dominating every news cycle today. Let's transition into a business story. The Foxconn Technology Group today pledged to invest $10 million to build a display panel plant in Wisconsin that could employ up to 13,000 workers and draw up to $3 billion in subsidies from state taxpayers, a deal that would ripple through the state's economy in 2018 elections.
Yeah, Foxconn, for those who don't know, this is a company, a big company in China, factory that makes iPhones for Apple and all the other electronics. This company, I'm sure a lot of people in the UCY chat know. Foxconn, I did a paper on this for my college, for my graduate program. Foxconn, they work their employees to death. They don't even make them rest for a second. And 5 years ago, they were being plagued by these workers jumping out of the window and trying to kill themselves, Andrew, just like I want to kill myself right now.
Why do you want to kill yourself?
I don't know. I'm just joking. But no, yeah, they tried. Imagine where you're working so much, because these people in China, they're poor too. They're working for pennies, and they're getting worked to the bone, and the stress of doing a repetitive task for 10, 12 hours every day without a break. And these people were jumping outside of the building to kill themselves. That's how bad it was. And they had to install suicide nets. So that way people, when they jumped out, they would land in the nets and not die. And now they're going to come here. They're going to, I don't know. God, read.
All right. This is a great day for American workers and manufacturers and everyone who believes in the concept and label "Made in the USA," said President Trump at the White House announcements.
Oh, he's keeping his promise. He's bringing jobs back. That's definitely going to help that area out.
Well, all I'm going to say is that there's one promise so far kept by President Trump, which he said on the campaign that things were going to be built in America. And so far, since Trump has gotten into office, there has been a lot of significant change when things are being built in America. Yeah. I have noticed that recently.
Listen, well, they're starting to, and they will. He's only been in office 7 months. And listen, I told you, and I told the audience, Trump is a businessman. He's been in business 35 years. He's a wheeler and dealer. He's been working pretty hard as president so far. He makes calls to see other CEOs. He's getting them to give back to America a little bit, just a little bit. That's all he's asking for. He's just like, please, could we make just a little bit of money? Could you give us just a little bit? That's all he's asking.
Well, one thing's for sure is that if all these companies are in Mexico and they're manipulating our dollar, that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to renegotiate all these bad trade deals.
Yeah, that's all he's doing. He's like, please, could America just have a little bit of money? Because the last 8 years and previously also, all these administrations, they've been selling America out little by little.
I am sick and tired of it. I think we need to do something about it. And President Trump today said something good about making stuff in America.
What did he say?
He said that we are keeping the promise of making things in America, as I just said.
People don't listen to the fake news. People are starving for jobs. They want products made. We're tired of everything. You look at everything and it says made in China, made in China. It's not because it's Chinese. They're garbage They're garbage. They're garbage products. They're cheap and they're garbage. Everything now lasts. It's meant to last. Everything is disposable. Every product almost you use and buy is disposable. It lasts for a couple of weeks, a couple of months, and you have to throw it out and buy it again. That wasn't the case. In the old days, everything was made in the USA. They were built very well, and they were made to last.
All right. So another business story. We're going to talk about Coca-Cola here.
Hey, what are you, bored?
Well, because we're running low on time. We have to transition.
Well, we're not running low on time. We got 15 minutes. We got a lot of time.
Well, I don't know because we have. Let me make sure.
Don't worry. We got time. Don't worry. Listen, don't worry. I got it. Don't worry about it. Just read.
Just read the next part. Okay. As the Republicans in Washington are struggling to repeal Obamacare and advance bills on tax cuts and infrastructure, the president seized on the announcement as a win in a key swing state, crowing or crowing? I can't even read this word. Crowing. Okay, there we go. That the deal would have not been done if he did not get elected.
Of course not. Hillary would have sold. Would have given away more jobs.
The Mexicans would have kept the valuing our currency.
Yeah, she would have made a side deal with some country or some company to export jobs, and as long as she would have got paid in the Clinton Foundation, she would have got a kickback.
Yeah, and unions would have not mattered now because guess where they would have went? Mexico. Right. Everything but Mexico.
And it's not only Hillary, it's all these politicians. They're selling America out.
Because the Mexican economy has been booming the past couple of years.
It's not that. It's all, Andrew, they're all getting kickbacks. All these politicians who okayed these deals are getting kickbacks. You understand? It's all pay for play. That's what the corruption is. You got another story, Andrew?
You want me to transition and do another story?
Yeah, go ahead. Transition.
All right, now let's talk about the Coca-Cola story.
What happened?
Coke Zero out, Coca-Cola Zero Sugar in.
What?
Now, this is a story that I first read in the teleprompter earlier tonight. Was stunning, stunning me because I'm a Coca-Cola drinker. But
what did they mess with the formula again? Go ahead.
Shockingly, yes. One of Coca-Cola's best-known diet soft drinks is getting a tweak in name, taste, and packaging. The Coca-Cola Company from Atlanta, Georgia, announced today that it would replace Coke Zero in the United States market with a new diet soft drink called Coca-Cola Zero Sugar.
Oh, that's for dummies. That's for dummies who don't understand that Coke Zero is zero sugar.
After foreign sales of the new recipe and brand showed encouraging signs. To avoid the inevitable comparisons to the new Coke brand that flopped in the 1980s as a reformulated replacement for the Coca-Cola.
Yeah, that was bad. I remember that. It didn't taste the same. It had a different aftertaste.
That's what people said back in the 80s.
Yes, that's what I'm saying now.
The beverage giant said it spent more than 5 years on research, recipe mixing, and testing of Coca-Cola Zero Sugar before starting sales.
Wow.
Now, it's going to have brand new packaging featuring more of Coca-Cola's classic trademark red wrapping with a splash black to reflect Coke Zero's previous look.
Yeah, which was it was all black. It matched the color of the soda.
Now sold in more than 25 markets, the fizzy drink is set to hit the United States shelves in August. After Coca-Cola Zero Sugar comes out to the U.S., Coke Zero will be phased out.
I don't understand this. So what are they changing? It's just changing the name and the label, or they're changing the recipe. Honestly, I just think this is just a big market play.
There's no change to the ingredients according to the company.
Oh yeah, I see. They say it's not a complete overhaul of formula. It's
That
just
probably means the aspartame's still going to stay in it.
oh yeah. I know Pepsi Max uses. They started using I think what was it, Splenda. But
Yes.
then it makes then they have to increase the price of the cost. Listen, aspartame is garbage. It's a bad thing. It's shown for years since its invention. It's shown. They always say it causes cancer in laboratory animals. God knows what it is. Aspartame is the excrement of certain bacteria.
I don't like aspartame that much, but I'm just hoping Coca-Cola can change the formula and put Splenda in the soda, or maybe put stevia in it.
Not if they can't do it for cheap, and then because then they would have. Then they have
My mom is actually a very big fan of stevia.
Yeah, me too. I use liquid stevia. It's I use a couple of drops. And stevia is a natural extract from a plant. What it does is it heightens the sweetness of whatever you're using already. So it's very, very strong. You put a couple of drops in anything, like let's say your orange juice or whatever, it makes it even more sweeter. It intensifies it naturally. But all right, go ahead. Another story. We have a few minutes to go. Go ahead.
Obesity becomes the worldwide epidemic. United States is the fattest. Life-threatening obesity has become a worldwide epidemic with 711 million overweight around the globe, led by French fry-loving Americans. A detailed report in the latest New England Journal of Medicine is warning alarmed attention in Washington because it finds that American children and adults are leading the obesity parade.
Yeah, we're all a bunch of fat bastards.
Hey!
Well, I'm the biggest fat bastard. I'm going to the gym in a few minutes.
Yeah, well, I'm going to watch some classic TV on MeTV. I'm going to admit that.
Yeah. Now, listen. Now, the new thing now is all these social justice warriors now. They're saying it's okay.
SJWs. Oh.
Yeah, they're saying it's okay to be fat. It's okay. No, it's not. It's not okay. Obesity is killing Americans. It's killing It leads to it's the gateway to disease. It's not okay to be fat. Close your mouth. Close your mouth for 5 minutes. Stop eating those burgers.
Well, obviously, I know for a fact that these numbers are very shocking according to the report. There is a 12.7% chance of obesity in this country.
And it's going up. And listen, people don't realize it's not only the food, which our food in the United States is being doused. Everything in our food, everything is full of sugar, corn syrup products, and it's not only the food; it's the inactivity. Everybody, look. Everybody's. You look around. Everybody's got their head buried in their phone. Nobody's doing anything. Kids aren't playing baseball on the street anymore, or they're not playing basketball. They're playing video games.
They're playing Minecraft. That's their play. Or Rocket League.
God, tell us more about the fatzos.
Well, the United States and China had the highest number of obese adults.
They do?
Yes.
See, and that's another thing for all these socialists and communists. You see how good capitalism is? You could get fat in capitalism. You go to communists like Venezuela, those people are eating garbage. They're starving.
They're going into the trash cans and they're eating literal trash.
Yeah, and then God knows cannibalism is around the corner. See, capitalism, you get fat, which is good.
Well, with capitalism, everything is there for the taking. Just have the money ready and purchase that loaf of bread.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I wanted to say that.
Oh, you're right. No, you're absolutely right. Why are you apologizing for?
Because I'm making a joke to communists.
Fuck communism. Communism is the absolute scourge of civilization. It doesn't work.
Oh, there you go. I just defended the liberals.
It never works. I don't care. It doesn't work. And if anybody disputes that, you're a fool. A big fool.
I'm very happy we have a capitalistic system. It has gotten us to prosperity.
Listen, don't you see? Can't you see? Can't you read between the lines? Can't you see that's why they don't like Trump? Because they want to turn America into a socialist communism. They want to reduce us to a third world country. That's why they hate Trump. Don't you see?
See,
Trump,
now I'm convinced to re-elect Trump right now.
Unless he does something extraordinarily stupid, I don't see.
I hope he doesn't, because then that will threaten capitalism. Then
no, yeah, I don't see how you cannot vote for him. Good, so you finish the story.
Well, we actually have to transition to a good story here.
Oh, you have almost okay. Good, we got a few minutes, 5 minutes left. Hurry up.
Brock Lesnar might be facing John Jones.
Oh. Now, I don't understand. Didn't Brock Lesnar get suspended by UFC for failing the drug test last year?
Well, Jones said on Facebook Live that he would love to take on the former UFC World Heavyweight Champion.
I'm sure he would. It means a lot of money. It means a big. It'll probably be the biggest payday of both of their careers.
And Brock Lesnar said today that he would love to fight John Jones in any octagon.
Yeah, but those who don't know, Brock Lesnar right now, he's under contract with. He's wrestling right now, so this would have to be at least
the current WWE Universal Champion.
Yeah, so this would have to be at least late 2018, 2019 if you're a UFC fan. Good, I'm sorry. Good, finish the story.
All right. With that statement, Lesnar also indicated he's at least competing for a return to the sport in which he won the UFC title in just his fourth professional fight.
Incredible. People don't understand how incredible that is. This guy, he was a college wrestler. He became a pro wrestler. He tried out for the NFL. He almost made it. He got cut on the last day. And then he goes into UFC with very little experience in training. And in his fourth fight, this guy wins the heavyweight championships. That's incredible.
You know, I have never thought of that as
Andrew, it's unheard of. You have to train for UFC. You have to train for years and years and years just to even.
No question. I completely agree.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Finish.
No, that's the story.
That's it?
Because we're losing time.
Oh, come on. We got a couple of minutes. So what happened? So he wants to fight Jones, and John Jones. Didn't he get suspended also because of he got arrested a couple of years ago? I'm sure.
But John Jones is actually fighting this weekend against Daniel Cormier
right.
UFC 214, which I'm going to be paying attention to that.
Yes, yeah. I when there's a big fight on UFC, I like to watch UFC. Who doesn't? It's very popular.
Because of this storyline, I'm going to say to Dana Brooke, make this match happen, please. You made Mayweather McGregor. Make this match next, please.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll happen down the road, but I don't know how good it'll be because Lesnar will be over 40 years old, and he'll come in under the cloud of the suspicion with the drugs. But all right, listen, we had a good show. We got through another show. I want to thank Nick, Andy. You want to tell the audience where they can find you?
Yes, at Andy's Randomness, Twitter and Instagram. Andrew Sports Fan, Snapchat.
All right, Andrew, that was a classic remix of Redbone. And Andrew's back. I'm sure the chat room is ecstatic. And hopefully next week we'll bring another good show. And thank you, and good night.
Good night, everyone.